Hello YouTube world, this is Marvin with Better Way to Connect TV, and I have a RCA flat digital omnidirectional antenna. I picked this up for like I think it was 19, I believe it was now. I've had it for a while. I think it was like $19. Well, you know what? Actually, it might have been $17, but with taxes and stuff, it came out to be about $20 altogether. I remember buying this at Home Depot, and the reason why I'm having, the reason why I'm making this review is I have a lot of people that have questions about these antennas. Because everything switched over to digital. It used to be analog back in the day. You used to have these humongous antennas that were 6 feet wide and or 5 feet wide, and they had to go on top of the house. These humongous antennas, right? And that's what you needed back in the day to pull in that analog signal, but digital travels further. Okay, digital travels further, and it doesn't. It's a different type of signal. It's a different wavelength. You have these newer antennas now that are small. I don't know if some of you guys remember when satellite first came out. Satellite had these humongous antennas. You had to be very wealthy, or I don't know what was going on. I used to see these antennas. They were bigger than I was. These satellite dishes, the satellite dish, they were huge. And you used to have like a complete crew to come in and install that thing. It was crazy. And then, it shrunk down. Here comes Dish Network, DirecTV. They made the dish smaller. They changed the technology, and so everybody wanted a dish satellite. Because it was so small and it was so nice. You could set it on the side of the house. You can mount it on the side of the house. It wasn't a problem. And so now, they've changed the FCC. I don't know if it was FCC, but they've changed the signal. And so now it's not analog anymore, it's digital. And so now you can buy one of these little antennas right here. It says it's excellent 40 miles, if you guys can read that. Okay. Now, I'll go ahead and open up so you can see what comes in. Not much comes in it. I've had this for a while. It's not new. Okay. RCA on the front. Okay. Flip it over. You got your little hooks for your, you can hang it on the wall, or these little pegs right here. You can just set it down flat. Now the directions say you can set it down flat like this. Okay. The directions say you can set it down flat like this. I would say you could probably do that if you were in a 5-mile radius of the TV antenna. Maybe 10 miles. But I think 10 miles is stretching it. I say you could probably do that, set it flat on a countertop, tabletop, if you were if you were 5 miles, within the radius of 5 miles with of the TV antenna. The tower, television tower. I don't know why I keep saying I got TV on the brain. This is a really good antenna, but for me, it's not far enough. It's not far enough. It's only rated at 40 miles, and that's one of the things that I wanted to bring to attention. If you're going out to buy an antenna, be careful. Look at the rating of the antenna. Make sure that it covers the distance from your home to the actual television tower. If you're going to buy an HD antenna, because if it's not, well, it's telling you right there that antenna is not strong enough to pull in those channels. So if you live more than 50 miles away, this antenna will not help you, or you would have to do some extreme things to get this antenna to work. I'm not saying that it won't pull in any channels. It probably will pull in some channels, but it won't do what it's supposed, what it's recommend, what they say on the box. HD, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, MyTV, CW, PBS, and what's this? Univision. To get all of these, you need to be within that 40-mile distance, within that 40-mile radius of the television tower. Okay, and so and yeah, this antenna works well. Now, I have a couple tools that's going to help me out. I have a meter. I know, I have and there is a television app, or I should say a television antenna app that you can download. I'm not sure if they have. I'm pretty sure they have it for iOS. I'm positive they do. If they got it for Android, I know they have it for iOS. It's not too many apps out there that that come out only on Android and not iOS. Most of the time they have both formats. So basically, this video is just to give you guys some pointers. One is to make sure that if you're going to buy an antenna, make sure that it is rated to cover the distance from your home to the television tower. Okay, and RCA, they come varied. They come in so many different forms. These new antennas. So I can't just arbitrarily say, well, no, it's not a good antenna, or yeah, it's a good antenna, because there's certain things that you can do to the antennas to help them out, to complement them, to make them, to maximize their signal reception. Now, when I plug this up to a television in my home, it didn't do well. It didn't do very well for me. I had to do a couple things to get it to work. So I had to use an amplifier with this. And it doesn't say it on the instructions. It doesn't say anywhere on the instructions where you need to use an amplifier. It just says you plug this into the back of the TV and voila, you got HD and HD TV. You got channels. That is true, but to maximize the reception of this antenna, you probably would want to get an amplifier. Okay. To my cord cutters out there, you guys already know what I'm talking about. The ones who've already did the search. They did the studying. So yeah, I mean, to make it look like this, you want an amplifier. And there's a couple other things too. You want to use RG6 cable. You don't want to use RG59. RG59 cuts off your signal. It messes with your signal reception. Some people say it don't. I think it does. I've seen a complete difference in those two cables. I've used RG59 and I've used RG6 on the same TV, and I've seen it change between 6 and sometimes as much as 8 dBm. Okay, so or I think it's 8 dB. So like I said, those are just a couple of things, a couple pointers. I just wanted to throw out, to you guys, help you out a little bit. Hope this helps you out. Again, I'm not saying that this is not a good antenna. This is a really good antenna. But after I did all of my, my little changes to it, then it was a good antenna. And I was really surprised too. I think I want to say 20 channels off this, and I'm probably about 60 miles away from the television antennas, television towers. So, but I got it to work. So if you're within 10 or 5 miles of the television towers, I know this is gonna do very well for you. But it was just, like I said, it was just a lot of work that I had to do to get it to perform the way the instructions say it will on the box. So just a couple pointers, if, before you go out and purchase, spend your hard-earned money on an antenna. There's some things you should know. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Send me an email. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Until then, thank you guys for viewing my reviews. Listening to me. Thanks so much. Take care.